Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Fellow Toastmaster, dear guests, I warmly welcome you all to the pre-charter meeting, session number 31 of Chalk and Duster Toastmaster Club. This is Imran. Being the Sergeant at Arms, it's my honor to be the first speaker of today's club meeting. Let me reiterate that the mission of our Toastmaster Club is to provide a positive and supportive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop their leadership and communication skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Before we begin, please set your mobile phone on silent mode. Open up your camera, mute yourself during the meeting, and when your turn will come, please unmute yourself and start speaking. Avoid crosstalk and make sure not to move in or out of the room during the prepared speech round. Be careful about time management and be attentive in listening because we are going to learn so many amazing lessons from our respective guests. So with a big round of applause, let us welcome the presiding officer of the day, Lucky Doctor. Over to you.
Okay. All right. So I'm so much thankful to Toastmaster Imran and also to Pradeep and Abhishek, who pointed out that my mic was on mute. All right. Thank you so much, and a very warm welcome to everyone. It is said that the first impression is the last impression. The first impression is the last impression. Do you think that it's correct? Well, my belief is a little different. The first impression is just the first impression. It's not the last impression. We get many chances to impress, to persuade, to motivate. We get many chances. And all those chances to impress, to persuade, to motivate, to negotiate, all those things can happen only when we are able to speak well. We have been speaking since our childhood. Maybe a year or 1.5, we started speaking. But look at the irony, we are still learning to speak. And that's wonderful that we are still learning and we are open to learning. That's what Toastmasters Club teaches us. We are always open to learn. We are open to take the feedback, and we are growing together with this Chalk and Duster Toastmasters Club. So on behalf of our club, Chalk and Duster Toastmasters Club, I, presiding officer of the day, Lucky Doctor, I welcome you all with a very warm namaste, good evening, good morning, and good afternoon. I welcome you all from various parts of the world. I know people are here from Canada, USA, Bangladesh, Bahrain, from all the locations, India, of course. We have people from various locations. A very warm welcome to all of you. With this short note, I now pass my mic to the Master of Ceremony of the day, Abhishek Kulkarni. Abhishek is a person in fitness and weight loss and lot many things I have heard about him. So great to have you here as Master of the Ceremony, Abhishek Kulkarni. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Lucky. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, namaste, and a very, very warm welcome to all my dear Toastmasters. Today's masterclass is about make your mind your best friend. I guess we are really not good friends with our mind, especially when we were child. we used to get less marks. So I was definitely not a good friend of my mind, right? And as I started to grow, before joining Toastmasters, I discovered that something is wrong with my brain. On the left side of my brain, there is nothing right. And in the right side of my brain, there is nothing left. So I need to fill something inside my brain, right? I guess Bindu will definitely, connect the dots of my brain being my best friend. Today, being the master of ceremony, I would like to host this complete meeting. And thank you, Raj, definitely for giving me this opportunity. At this moment, I would like to introduce Mr. Pradeep Shetty as a timer and let him introduce some rules regarding to the timings. Over to you, Mr. Pradeep.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek. Thank you very much for the warm welcome. As a timer today, time plays a very important part in the Toastmasters Club. Everything goes as per the time. So greetings, Mr. and Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and guest. As a timer, I'll be the timekeeper, that is for the table topic speaker, the speech, prepared speech, and also for the evaluations along with the masterclass. I will also alert each speaker of the time that is left by indicating the specific cards, just like green card, the moment you are reaching the point where you need to start thinking, and then a yellow card in between, and finally a red card, which will say that you need to stop speaking or start winding up. So for the table topic speaker, which normally is 2 minutes, minimum you need to speak for 1 minute in table topic, and 2 minutes would be the maximum time. So at the end of 1 minute, a green card will be displayed. At the end of 1.5 minutes, a yellow card, and at the end of 2 minutes, a red card will be displayed. So those giving the speeches should limit their speeches to this time. So moment you see the red card displayed, just try to go ahead and wind up. For the icebreaker speech or the prepared speech, you'll be having 4 to 6 minutes. So at the end of 4 minutes, I will raise a green card, a green background. At the end of 5 minutes, a yellow card, yellow background, and 6 minutes, the red background. For most of the speeches between 5 to 7 minutes, it will vary accordingly. And specifically whenever you have the individual evaluations, for both the evaluations, you'll be having 2 to 3 minutes. So at the end of 2 minutes, a green card. At 2.5 minutes, it will be a yellow card. At the end of 3 minutes, it will be a red card. So thank you very much. Please keep viewing this, and you will also see myself being pinned on the screen so that you come to know your time is coming to an end. Over to you, Master of Ceremony, Abhishek ji. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pradeep. As it is said, the two most powerful warriors in life are patience and time. So I would request everyone in the meeting to please follow the timing guidelines. Next, moving on, I would like to request, I would request Imran Talukdar, the grammarian of the day, to introduce the word of the day and take to the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Master of the Ceremony, for giving me chance. I welcome everyone once again. As the grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language uses. I will take note any misuse of the English language as well as the outstanding uses. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word is exaggeration. Exaggeration, which means a statement that represents something as better or worse than it really is. Exaggeration means a statement that represents something as better or worse than it really is. An example of this word is, I would walk 500 miles just to be with you. Another one is taking the grammarian role. is the easiest task in the world. Hope everyone understand. The phrase of the day is break a leg. That doesn't mean you go for breaking someone's legs. It means wish a performer good luck. For example, for all the speaker of today's meeting, break a leg. Or if you have an exam for tomorrow, break a leg for your exam. Hope everyone understand. And I will present my report when called upon during the meeting. So over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Imran. So I guess everyone got the word, which is called as exaggerated, which means like saying too much or like expressing too much, correct? So for example, we can say, people say, I don't have time to exercise. Honestly, they are just exaggerating. They have time, but they have not managed it very well, right? Am I right, Imran? Yes?
You
All
are
right.
absolutely right. Okay.
Awesome. All right. So let's turn to the first speech, the prepared speech of the day by none other than DTM Vaughn. Okay. So honestly, everyone knows Vaughn, right? He's the great Vaughn, right? His title of the speech is The Mask People Wear. And I'm sure it is not related to COVID masks, definitely. As Vaughn says, that he became an Toastmaster accidentally, but I'm sure some universal power was there behind so that he will sit here today and guide us through his beautiful journey. Over to you, Mr. Vaughn.
Did you hear that? That's the sound of my snoring. Yes, I snore a lot. I can even hear it. That's the reason I went to the doctor. And I remember the words of my doctor. He said, you need to wear a mask. No exaggeration. No, not this mask. This mask. And you might be wondering, what is this? I have a story to tell. I have sleep apnea. Now, if you haven't heard of sleep apnea before, this is the condition that literally stops my breathing every time I sleep at night. It's a worse condition that will lead me to heart attack, diabetes, stroke, and most of all, the common symptoms is I'm snoring a lot. Do you know that when I'm going to wear this mask, I look like Darth Vader? And I don't think any woman will go into his Darth Vader. Ladies, do you want to know what his Darth Vader? I have this condition years ago. Sometimes I have a insomnia that it's very difficult for me to go back to sleep. And the only solution, wearing the mask with a long tube leading to a machine that is so-called CPAP machine. Did I mention to you? If I sleep snoring without the mask, my breath stops for 100 times per night. Yes, it stops my breath. And that's scary because you never know if you will be alive the next day. This condition will also make me always tired, feeling exhausted. Very difficult. So when my doctor says wear a mask, I bought that mask. Even it's expensive. It costs thousands and thousands of dollars. It's very uncomfortable using the mask at first. Someone said, "Oh, it's just like a reading glass when you and reading a book." Well, I'm not going to read a book. I'm supposed to go to dreamland. I have to. I have to wear a mask nobody sees. I have to wear a mask nobody knows. And I have to wear a mask not everyone is wearing it. Just to protect myself, just continue healthy, and just continue living. So you see, the masks people wear, sometimes they are hiding something and we don't know them. Friends, do you wear a mask that people don't see? Ladies and gentlemen, do you have other masks that we need to know? The masks people wear, sometimes that makes them strong to continue living. What makes you strong? What is your mask? Do you have a mask that we can't see? I hope the mask that I mentioned to you will open up your mind that everyone, anyone, we don't know what's going on in their life. The mask that people wear makes us strong. And I urge everyone here, open your eyes, open your mind. You never know what's the feeling of having a mask. You may see them smiling. You may see them happy. But during the time that they're alone, they're not. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
That was an absolutely amazing and mind-blowing speech by Mr. Juan. I would definitely like everyone to please give up a huge round of applause for this amazing and literally eye-opener and a mask opener speech, definitely. Now it's time for the speech of the day, or let's say, a mindful of session. Okay. I would like to invite Bindu Chinta as our speech guest. Okay. I would like to say some few words about her. Bindu is a motivational speaker. Okay.
Hi, Abhishek.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, Abhishek. I'm sorry to interrupt. We have to share the feedback link for the.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Then we will have the master class. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Do you have the link ready or may I?
No, please do it because I was unaware as it.
Give me a moment, Aditya. I have posted the feedback link for the prepared speaker given by Vaughn. Kindly take a minute, 1 minute of silence and do mark the feedback. Then we will continue.
All right, we are back with after break, a small break. Cool. So today's masterclass is all about mind. Okay, the masterclass will be taken by Bindu. So I would like to introduce Bindu in some short words. Like Bindu is a motivational speaker. Okay, Bindu is an emotional intelligence, mindful leader, positive psychology, yoga, and personality development coach as well. I can see some of the medals behind her on the wall, and I'm very much thrilled to know about it. So in her speech, in her introduction, it was already said that Bindu loves running marathon. And also she is a Guinness Book of World Record holder by running the world's longest or largest marathon, the London 2020 marathon, which shows that as a fitness coach, we always say that you should have mind and muscle connection to get a good output in your workout. So I guess Bindu has a very good mind and muscle connection by the marathon feedback, and definitely would love to see, and I'm extremely excited about this masterclass. Over to you, Bindu.
If you take care of your mind, you take care of the world. One of the famous quotes said, if you take care of your mind, you take care of the world. Also, Lord Buddha said, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. How about taking care of your mind, taking care of our mind, and which will help us to become what we aspire to become. Good morning, good evening, Toastmaster, and my fellow Toastmasters and honored guests. I'm so delighted to be here to speak with you all, one of my favorite subjects in my life, which helped me to transform where I was to where I am now. In this talk, I would like to share with you all 5 principles which I practice diligently in my life to keep my mind my best friend. Are you all ready? All right, let's get started. And I would like to give acronym to this to this 5 things are as gifts. GIFTS. I'm sure most of you, all of us, might have received so many gifts in our life, right? And every gift, maybe they're all tangible gifts or something which are close to our hearts, something like that. But let us make these gifts a path or a which we want to follow in our lives. That's what I would like to share with you all today. So the very first one is coming with G. So the positive emotions, trying to spend some time in our day-to-day life with some positive emotion. It could be anything, love, joy, happiness, whatever you would like to aspire. But the one emotion, what I diligently practice in my day-to-day life is gratitude. Famous poet Rumi said, if you can say only one prayer in a day, make it thank you. Isn't it? We all heard about that. So how about saying thank you in any kind of distressful situation in our day-to-day life? How about starting our day itself as soon as we get up, maybe opening our eyes, just saying thank you, thank God I'm alive and I'm just going to get this beautiful day in my life. And as we step down, go to our restroom and do our morning chores or having that morning coffee or having that nice breakfast, getting ready to office, going to office, meeting people, isn't it all these things, if you think them as miracles, they are miracles, isn't it? And sometimes we get stuck in our traffic. How about getting, instead of anxious, distressful, how about thinking that we have a job where we are running to, or we are going to meet some people? How about changing that perspective, changing that mindset in that particular moment and lifting ourselves? So gratitude is one kind of emotion. It will lift or change any moment from where you are to however you want it to be. That's what I have seen personally in my life. Whenever I feel distressed or whenever I'm feeling sad or angry or anything, any kind of negative emotion, I simply remind myself to just say thank you for what I have, changing the perspective to look at what I have in my life right now instead of what I don't have. And studies show that when we say thankful or when we are content with what we have, life tries to bring more of that into your life. That's what I have seen in my journey of life as well. And with whomever I shared, when they practiced, that's the feedback I even got. So the very first one is nothing but gratitude is for G. Now let's move on to our next principle, that is for being engaged. I call it as inspire. How it is. So we all have something we love to do in our lives, isn't it? Everybody, all of us. Some of us might love to write some blog articles. Some of us might want to give some talks, or some of us might want to teach something. To it could be anything, whatever you love, or just playing some games or anything, whatever is of your interest. And did you observe any time something when you are involved in the task, what you love to do, we tend to lose track of time? Isn't it something we love to do? For example, cooking. Maybe some of us might love cooking and we are preparing that favorite dish of ours to our loved ones. We tend to lose track of time. Oh my God, where did it go all this time? So again, studies show when we are involved in that task, what we love to do, that is that we will reach our peak efficiency in that particular moment or in that particular time. So that will make us lose track of time and helps us enjoy that moment and live that moment. So that is what I say, getting inspired ourselves. So doing something what you love to do, taking few minutes to do that particular task, making sure no matter what in my day, I will just do this 5 minutes of this blogging, this article, or 5 minutes of cooking, 5 minutes of running, 5 minutes of teaching something to somebody. But no matter what, I do this. It will help you lift your spirit, and we will always feel that elevated or motivated status we will be in. And how about taking it one step forward to serve the community? Maybe, for example, if we love teaching, maybe we teach to our family members or whatever, but how about going to some local communities, non-profit organizations, or anywhere and teaching those other people also? So you are not only inspiring yourself by helping others, you are inspiring others as well. So that is what I say. Next one is about inspire. Now the third one. So the third one, this is one of my favorites as well. If I were to ask you, what is the most important thing in your life? You can put it in the chat if anybody are interested, I mean, would like to share. So if I were to ask you, what is the most important thing in your life? I expected to see those, and that's what I'm seeing there. See, so I got my answers. So family, friends, along with those happiness, mental peace, and our life, health, yes, they're all important. But most of the time, when we are asked what is the most important thing in your life, even studies show 90% of time we say our family, our friends, isn't it? But if I were to ask you again, how much time you're spending with that family or with those friends, right? We might not be spending that 90% or 100% of the time. Obviously, we have our own things, the work or other lifestyle, other things and everything. But still, are we spending that much quality time with our family and friends? So it is time to ask ourselves that question, and also reminds us to have those connections with those family and friends. Recently, I was mentoring one of my students for a TEDx talk in their own school, and her TEDx talk was discussions over desserts, something like that. It is all about family dinners. It seems her mom made it a practice from childhood that all four family members will have dinners no matter what together. And this girl, she was saying she learned so much more than from school over those dinner discussions. Her dad used to bring all kind of maybe news, whatever he looks into his excuse me, day-to-day life, and her mom brings her own experiences from her work life and whatever she wants to share with the kids. And her younger one, I think she was learning some Mandarin or some other language, so that girl used to bring small tidbits from her learnings to that dinner table. I was really astonished. I mean, it is such a simple thing to have a dinner with all of us together. But sometimes it don't allow us, our families, timelines, schedules might not. But how about at least once in a week, once in a month? And also lifting that phone and talking to the people whom we lost touch for a long time. Isn't it? We always think like, okay, maybe they will call. Sometimes our ego also plays that mind over there. But how about being the big person and then picking that phone and calling that person and giving that happiness to them? And we all know once we give happiness to somebody, we become happy inadvertently, isn't it? And I also learned one quick thing in this family I want to share about forgiveness. I always used to think like I'm the big person. If I hold a grudge, yes, I am holding this grudge, so I'm the big person here. It's not. It's not. I read in one of the books by Louise Hay. She said, if you are holding a grudge and if you are thinking that by holding the anger, you are punishing that other person, it is nothing close. It is as good as you are drinking the poison and you are thinking that other person will die. I mean, it was such a evolution, or it was such a profound moment for me. I just had to put down the book aside and I had to think, really? Am I drinking the poison and thinking that other person will die? It is as big as that, holding that grudge. That moment I understood and I relieved all my anger or anything. And I'm proud to share, I don't have a single grudge to anyone in this world. I can happily, transparently, clearly say that. Because it doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter. It is all their perspectives. It is their moment. They're not purposely want to be angry with you. It is their moment, their life, whatever is going on in that situation. It is all about being empathetic and understanding. That's all. I know it takes a lot of big toll. Then sometimes we might feel, how about me? Who is going to understand me? Who is going to be empathetic towards me? But it is nothing in anybody's hands. It is all in our own hands. Our happiness is in our hands. If as long as we think somebody else will control or somebody else is going to give happiness to us, we are losing the happiness right there. Because they don't know, they can't read your mind, like how to make you happy. And those expectations from our family members, friends, that they have to do something to me in this manner. That is the first step of unhappiness, which is what I learned in my personal life. And then and there, I stopped having those expectations from anyone. I can make myself happy. I can love to do things what I love to do in my life, and I am controller of my happiness. So that is your family and friends. Now let's move on to fourth one. That is trust, belief. Having that belief in ourselves that I can achieve things. Sometimes somebody also spoke recent. I think I heard someone say our mind sometimes play those tricks and that negative self-talk. Most of the time it really pulls us down, isn't it? Like whenever we are getting ready to that big speech or big some event, it will say, hey, what are you thinking about yourself? Or do you think you will be able to present there? What do you think of yourself? Sometimes those type of things. We need to learn to master those things and come out of that negative self-talk, telling it's okay. It's okay. I know you are concerned about me. That's why you are giving me all these negative talks or whatever the triggers to make me feel comfortable. But I can take care of myself. Or don't oppose that thought, that it becomes much more stronger. When you oppose your self-talk, no, why do you say this? I think I can do it. All like instead of that, just go with it. Go with the flow. I'm okay. I understand your concern, but why don't I give a try? Let me give a try and let me help me keep moving forward. Some things like that. So it is, and we always have that, I call it as NST, non-stop thinking, isn't it? Non-stop thinking. It's a radio station, non-stop thinking, I will say. It will keep on going in our mind from morning to evening, 24 hours in a day. It will keep on going on and on and on. If we don't control that, I wouldn't even use control, because control I feel is a negative word kind of thing. Manage that word, manage that thought process. Then it will help you to calm down and find that peace. I would like to share a personal story in this belief or trust aspect. 5 years back, we moved to Dallas here from Boston. And before that also, we had to move to multiple locations. And finally, we came back to here in Dallas. That time, within 1 year of staying here, we had to move again. I mean, these relocations, sometimes they're very, very stressful. They're very, and I also heard out of your top 10 most uncomfortable changes in your life, relocation is one of those things which will cause you a lot of stress and strain. That too, especially when your kids are a little bit older age and they're in high schools or middle schools, something like that, moving them here and there will be so difficult. And it's not fair for them as well. So I felt I'm a failed parent. I'm not giving what I was supposed to give to my children, like giving them a stable life. So I took it on me, and I felt so sad and angry, bitter about for my company and everything. Whatever negative emotions I can feel, I felt them, experienced them, and just lived in those negative emotions. But without no other way, we just moved again, went to the place and started staying there. But then I started thinking about what is this universe is trying to tell me? Why are we getting relocated like this? Or why are things happening against what I want in my life? I started questioning. I started learning. So that was the biggest shift. It happened in my life, and it was in 2014. What I learned is life will not go always as you wish it to be. Like it will not go whatever you want it or however you want it to be, it will not go. Sometimes we have to surrender to that higher power or universe, whatever we believe in our life. We have to trust. We have to place our belief in that higher power. Then it will guide you to wherever you want to go or however you want to go. And I remembered words of my the mentor or guide I look up to, called Joel Osteen. I don't know if any of you heard his talks. The best talks of our life, right? How much energetic we feel when we hear his talks. He says, it's always very easy to feel depressed or to feel down in those negative moments, especially in those negative moments. But those are the moments where you have to derive strength, looking back at what your past successes are. Like, for example, I succeeded in that moment, right? In our life, we might have succeeded in some difficult moments. How about in those down moments, thinking about those successes and deriving our strength from those moments? Hey, I have passed through that moment. I have achieved, I have acquired. So why not I can move into the next one? Something like that. So those are the things what we need to think. And when I remembered all those things, learned all those things, and surrendered to the universe, and then universe brought us back to again Dallas. Somehow we love this place, and then we are living here from last 10 years or so. So that's what I say about trust and belief, believing in yourself. Now, the last but not least, out of all these 5 principles, if you ask me, what is the one thing, Bindu, what is the one thing you want us to practice? That will be this one. What I'm going to share with you all, that's silence. Mindfulness, meditation. You call different names to it, but give yourself few quality moments in your day-to-day life to restore and to give that mind that peaceful time. As I said in my previous topic about the non-stop thinking, and we also have a monkey mind. Like, for example, right now I'm giving this talk here, and someone is mowing their lawn in the next neighborhood. So my mind is getting drifted away. It is saying like, oh yeah, you also have to do that, right? And then suddenly it reminded me that some some problem is there. I have to go to that store to get it corrected and all that. So see, my mind is getting distracted. But that is a time we have to pull that mind back. No, I'm here. I'm talking. My focus should be over here. So bringing that mind again and again to wherever you are doing, whatever you are doing, is nothing but mindfulness. So practice is as much as possible in your day-to-day life, and having those silent moments will restore our mind to, or make it fully functional with whatever you would like to achieve in your life. So these are my 5 things: gratitude, inspire, friends and family, trust, and silence. By having these gifts, following these gifts in your life, I think we will be able to make our mind to work ourselves instead of against us. And with that, I have achieved whatever I could achieve in my whole life. I was just a simple, normal person when I joined Toastmasters in 2014. Yes, I joined Toastmasters in 2014. It's been 8 years. I was just a normal person, but I was also so dreadful that people should not call me in front, or I was just want to hide behind, and I just want to slip away from the meeting very slowly without nobody asking me any questions. Even don't call me for table topics, nothing. I want to be just behind that person, invisible. But then Toastmasters gave me that confidence, and it didn't stop just in Toastmasters. That discipline, that persistence, whatever I cultivated, confidence I acquired from Toastmasters, fell into my other places in my other regular life as well. So I did so much more in my regular company. I'm a project management professional or Scrum professional, Scrum lead, maintaining 3-4 teams all around the world. We all do those things. But where I got the courage from or confidence from, I can definitely say it is from Toastmasters. If you all ask me, what is that one thing that helped you in your life to become what you have become now? Toastmasters. And there is no doubt to it, and there is no second thought to it. Without a single, without a heartbeat, I will just say that Toastmasters. Because the courage or confidence, what you gain from this program is we cannot even share, or we cannot talk. How many stories we hear like this from each of us when we come to these meetings? Sometimes we come with a different mindset. I don't want to attend this week's meeting, or I don't want to go. Reluctantly, we'll come to the meeting. But how many of us will go happily that, thank God I came to this meeting today. Thank God I had to hear that thing, what that speaker has said, or what the table topic respondent has shared in the table topics response, isn't it? So that same confidence has been moved to my other parts of my life. Even for my running, that was one of the reasons. It all started with losing weight or being fit. That is all we all want to do, right? So it's always goal. It's like a constant goal in our life. Lose weight, be fit. Lose weight, be fit. And what to do for that? Good diet and a good exercise. There is no second thought to it. That's what we all have to follow, isn't it? So my thought process started like that, and then my journey with running started in that manner for lose weight. I thought running is simple because if I can walk, I can run as well. And I thought it doesn't need a big training, like I had to go to a gym and learn something, have a trainer, nothing is needed. So I started running like that. And as I got comfortable running in my own neighborhood, I started participating in races. And then I ran my very first marathon in 2014 or 15, I believe. So I could say my first marathon was so beautiful. I was one of the first few people. I just jabbed through that entire race and reached that finish line. I could say that, but nothing close, nothing close. I was maybe one of the last few people who really, I crawled that whole race and reached that last finish line. And even you have to believe me, I even sent a voice message to myself, never again, right? Like that. But the moment you cross that finish line and you get that shining medal in your hand, that's such a magical moment. There is no looking back since then. I was attracted to it, and then it moved on from there. Just last year, I completed the 10th marathon, the Boston Marathon. And I set a goal to run marathons, which I ran once again. I don't want to do it again. So then I explored all over the other places, like wherever we are visiting. I want to go there and do the run. So our travel plans, we have fixed towards them. And our family loves traveling. We almost already saw 49 United States. Like here we have 50 states. So we are just one state away from it. And we wanted to go to that in 2020, but the world went upside down. So we couldn't finish that, but we're really looking forward to see that last state. It is Alaska. That is a one state remaining. Once if you do that, we are like 50 states visited. So all these things, I'm telling you, these 5 principles have been my guiding lights for all my achievement. Without a thought, without a second thought, I can share, without any hesitation, I can share these 5 things. I have them in my phone as well. I keep all my things in my phone. Before I used to make big notepads, notebooks and everything, because it is so difficult to carry these books with you. But if you keep it in your phone, like Evernote app or Google Tasks, or just that simple note, whatever you have in your phone, keep them there. I have a task every day, daily tasks kind of thing. Gratitude, inspire, then family, friends, trust and silence. Am I doing these 5 things or not? If I do those 5 things, my day is made. And that will help me whatever I want to achieve or whatever I want to go. It will give me that peace of mind at least, and then keep me focused on what I want to focus on in my life. So friends, I really hope these 5 principles gave you some kind of a thought process or made you think. And I really hope maybe you could follow one of them, if not all 5, and keep that as a guiding light in your own life. And I'm open to questions. If we have any time, I can take them as well, or even after the meeting. And please feel free to reach out to me. I'm there in the group, And I really look forward to hear more of your speeches and share my thoughts as well. Thank you so much. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
As it is said, the best thoughts come from the best minds. And I will definitely say this is made for Bindu, for sure. Raj has posted
Thank
a
you.
link of feedback link. So I would like everyone to share their feedback. Meanwhile, I would share some of my takeaways from this speech. Like definitely being a Toastmaster, being in the club of Toastmaster is like a gift, right? We are very much, I express my gratitude that I would learn from someone like Bindu, someone like Pradeep, someone like Juan. Like if not Toastmasters, I wouldn't even know that who is Bindu or where is she or what XYZ. We know nothing. So definitely I would express my gratitude to the Toastmasters Club so that I meet Bindu, Juan, Pradeep, and all of the Toastmasters, right? Moving to second, you all guys inspire everyone, right? Even if, whatever the speech title is, whatever the speech is, everyone inspires everyone in this family, in this club, correct? Moving to family, definitely, as we keep on meeting again and again, it feels like we are coming back to home. Every we like to wait for the Saturday. Like, when is this Saturday coming? When is the Saturday coming? Like, it feels like when we are going home, when we are going into a comfortable zone, right? And definitely the fourth part is trust. Like even if I haven't seen Bindu, like mutually, I guess I have seen her for the first time in this meeting as well. But whatever she has said, whatever she has told today, I would definitely trust. There is no other option, and there is no choice. I'm not saying choice, sorry for the word, but I will definitely trust, because that is the magic of Toastmasters. And the S word, you said silence, but I would not say that in Toastmaster you should maintain silence, right? That won't be the good part of being a Toastmaster. You need to be more mindful in achieving your public speaking goals, right? I hope I have taken something good from the speech as well. And let's move further with the table topics. Raj, is there any update, please?
Yes, Abhishek, I think I can't see Salu, so I can take the table topic master.
All right. So the Toastmaster Raj will be conducting a table topics, as Shalu was supposed to take, but maybe due to some unavoidable condition, she is not present. So I'll hand over to Toastmaster Raj.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abhishek, for this conducting this meeting so beautifully. It's really great. You are doing very great. Hello, everyone. Let's start the next segment of the meeting, table topics segment. You learn 4 speaking skills here: listening, thinking, organizing, and delivering. I will encourage you all, whoever would be speaking in the table topic segment, to use the word of the day which Comrade Imran has posted with us. Before proceeding, I will invite Timer Pradeep also to share timing guideline for table topic speech. Timer Pradeep.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Raj. This table topic, which will be, each speaker would be given 1 to 2 minutes. So 1 minute, the minimum time which you need to speak is 1 minute to get qualified. At the end of 1 minute, I'll be displaying a green background. After 1.5 minutes, a yellow background. And after 2 minutes, it will be a red background. So at the end of 2 minutes, once you see the red screen, you need to wind up within 30 seconds. Over to you, Raj.
Thank you so much, Timer Pradeep. So we can take 5 topics. We can take 5 table topic as speaker. So just raise your hand in the start only, the 5 name. I will take the very first 5 name who will be posting the chat. I'm just monitoring the chat. Not raise hand, chat, post in the chat your name. Vikas. Yes. Bhuvan, Subhranjali. Two more. Pramila. One more. One more. We have four names. We have Vikas, Bhuvan, Subhranjali, and Pramila. One more. No. Okay, Imran. Fine. So let's invite the very first speaker, Vikas. Hello, Vikas.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm well.
Awesome. Are you ready to take the topic?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Awesome. Vikas, your topic is time fly and you are the pilot. Time flies and you are the pilot, Vikas.
Can you repeat again? Time flies and you are?
Time flies and you are the pilot.
You are the pilot. Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Raj. Time. Time is the only thing which never stops. When I was in college, I remembered that my ambition was to go into army. I prepared for that. Early morning, I used to run for 5 to 6 kilometers. I used to read a lot about general knowledge, general awareness. Used to read the papers, then prepare for the ND exams also. I haven't left anything. I did everything to my satisfaction so that I can get into the army. But time has passed so fast. Rather, I am being a pilot. I could not hold that time to my favor. I cleared the exam, tedious exam. But in SSD, the 5-day interview, the toughest one known to us, I cleared the first hurdle on the first day, but unfortunately, next 5 days were not in my hand. I was pilot, but the plane of time was out of my control. So I got rejected from there. But again, I realized that my destiny is in my hand. I have to do something to get into a successful life, the life of my choice. Then I prepared for my MBA exam. Again, I worked hard. But this time, the plane was in my control. I was the pilot. And I cleared the exam. And I did 2 years in MBA and got into the marketing job, which is my second most dream job. So I told myself when I was appearing in exam to break a leg and let's crack it and become a master marketeer. So friends, if your life is running very fast, but you have to be pilot of that. You have to control the time. That's my perspective on the topic. Thank you very much. Over to you.
Awesome. Very nice attempt, Vikas. Really inspiring one. Good story. Your life story you shared with us. That's really great to inspire for us. Thank you so much, Vikas. Second speaker is Bhuvan. Hi, Bhuvan.
Hi, Raj.
How are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
And,
Are you enjoying the meeting?
sorry.
Are you enjoying the meeting?
Yeah, I'm quite enjoying the meeting. Last time also I've attended, and I found it is worth of spending time with you guys. And thought of again coming this week. And there was a good speech from the master speaker about the gifts. It was really nice. I'm really enjoying it.
Great, great, Bhuvan, great. So, are you ready to take the topic?
Yeah, let me give a trial.
Sure. Bhuvan, your topic is keep calm and carry on.
Keep calm and
Keep
carry on.
calm and carry on. Bhuvan.
Thank you very much, Raj. I hope I'm audible and my video is clear. Yeah. Thanks for giving the such a good topic. Today itself, I come across one situation of one of my relative. I would like to start with that story. Many times we come across many situations where we get anxiety, we get angry, we get like our mind stops working, and our tongue start by which if you are in anger, or if you are in not in a right mood, if you start giving the activity to your tongue, uh, the smallest of the smallest issues can become a bigger issues, which will end up in having a lot of trouble in your life itself. So always we should be calm and cool. Today's example, what I wanted to take up and discuss here is that I just got a call from one of my relative, close relative, and he is having a property dispute with his brother. I started discussing with the guy, and he explained that what are the issues he is having, and he would like to go for like complain and put the case in court and fight with him. Then I told him, yes, you are right, you are facing the issue, but give it a time until your brain start working in right direction. Before you take any action, you should give it a time. Means when you take some actions in anger, that leads to very bad situations in life. A single small wrong action can lead to the very wrong results or bad result throughout the life. So what I told him is, wait and take some time, think about it. Instead of going to court, instead of going to police station, instead of going to um, spend your time, you could resolve the problems yourself. Both of you can move on in your life. Instead of spending time on something which is not really worth of it, you can spend your time in with family, or growing giving a good life to your kids, or spending money in right direction, which will help him or his family in prospering completely in all the direction. So this is why we should always have uh, cool and calm mind when we make some decisions. This is very much important in all our life. Either you are taking a small action or a big action, this mindset is always required. Thank you very much, and over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Bhuvan. Thank you so much for inspiring message that we should be calm and move forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, let me invite Subhranjali. Hi, Subhranjali.
Yeah, hi Toastmaster Raj.
Hello. Are
Hello.
you enjoying the meeting?
Yeah, I'm enjoying the meeting. Like this master class was much needed for me today. So I think I joined at the right time.
Great, great. Are you ready to take the topic, Subhranjali?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. You can see timer card, isn't it?
Yes, I can see.
Awesome. So your topic is the purpose of our life is to be happy. The purpose of our life is to be happy, Subhranjali.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raj. Happiness is one of the most ingredients, you can say, important in our life. As someone mentioned, when a masterclass speaker asked about what is most important aspect in your life, which you consider. Because when you are happy, then only you can have a mental peace. As I mentioned, I require mental peace. So that happiness is something that is not external. It can be only inculcated within yourself. Even it can be situations when you are around your close friends. Then also it can be that maybe their jokes and all, they will not crack up your like it will not crack up your bones and all, until and unless you're happy from within. Like I will just mention an incident. Like yesterday, I went out with two of my school friends because I lost one of my close relatives who is like known as Masi, if you might be knowing in Hindi, 3 or 4 days back ago. And I've lost both my Mosis in less than an year. So it's not only a sad news for me personally, it's being a big loss for whole of my family and their family. Though I went out with them and yes, they were trying to uplift my spirits, but still I know behind my back, within my mind, till I don't make up my mind to divert myself from that situation, and instead of grieving over it won't help me and it will affect my health only. So the purpose of life is actually happiness. When you will be happy from within, then only you will enjoy the company of others and you will be able to maintain better relationships with each other. And as a note to the one whom I lost a few days ago, she was a person, though she was suffering a lot from last, like say, few years, she suffered cardiac arrest actually. But despite being a health patient and suffering from many medical ailments, I have not seen a lost smile in her face. She carried on with her work. She took care of every one of us in the family. That's all from my end. And yes, the purpose of life is to be happy. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you so much, Subhranjali, for sharing your point of view. Really, this is very important that we have to be happy from within, then we will enjoy others' company. Great sharing. Thank you so much. Next, we have Primila, Toastmaster Primila. Hello, Primila.
Hi,
Hello, great to see you after long.
thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Are you able to see the timer screen, Primila?
Yes, it's red, right, Pradeep?
Yes. Great. So, Primila, your topic is try to be rainbow in someone's cloud. Try to be rainbow in someone's cloud. Primila.
Have everybody or anybody has faced difficulties? Of course, yes, right? Everybody goes to the difficulties, the obstacles, and we are like a river going and carrying all the obstacles from one end and meeting our ocean. And what is the purpose of river? The purpose of river is to stay calm, carry the obstacles, and touch the ocean. Similarly, what is your purpose in life? Our purpose in life, God has created with something beautiful in life by giving us a purpose, a life, and energy, which you have to give to somebody else. And when you give this energy and when you give this colors of your life to somebody else, that life also is empowered. That life also is enriched and it grows. Same thing happens to me. 4 years back, I was diagnosed with ILD and so many issues. And my life was full of obstacles. And I thought I will not be able to give rainbows to somebody else. I will not be able to give colors to somebody else. But yes, I changed my mind. I made my mind my friend. And I am not exerting everything. But this happened to me that I started giving and rainbows to somebody's life. I started empowering people with my experience, with my learning, and how I have become a warrior in life. And that warrior has, one of my mentee, after looking at my process, after doing or learning this thing, she has become an author now. So I have given the rainbow in her. She never thought that she will become an author. But looking at my studies and looking at my colors, she started coloring her life. And she has given her colors to her life. And now she's empowering her daughter to become an author. So that is the purpose of your life. Why are we existing? We are existing for some purpose, for some, so for something which you have to empower and enlighten somebody else. Over to you, Rainbow Others Life. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Definitely, completely agree, Camilla. Thank you so much for sharing this with your personal experience. Thank you so much. We have final speaker, Imran. Hello, Imran.
Hello, Mr. Raj. How are you?
I'm good. So are you ready to take the topic?
Yes, I'm ready.
Awesome. Toastmaster Imran. Growth happens outside the comfort zone. Growth happens outside the comfort zone, Toastmaster Imran.
Thank you so much for giving me such a great topic to discuss about. Yes, without coming out of our comfort zone, growth doesn't happen. For example, me, before joining Toastmaster Club, I was always trying myself to put comfort zone. Whenever I get any chance, any opportunity to grab, I just keep myself on a comfort zone. Later then I realized that it's really harmful for my growth. So I have to come out from my comfort zone. Only if I'm able to make sure to come out from comfort zone, and that time my growth will be start. So then I joined this Toastmaster Club, and whenever I get any chance to take any role, the opportunity of speaking, I just push myself outside of my comfort zone so that I can achieve my growth. So I request all of you, break a leg for all of you, please come out from your comfort zone and start making growth of your personal life. Over to you, Mr. Raj.
Thank you so much, Imran, for sharing, coming out from your comfort zone and just improving using the platform of Toastmasters. Thank you so much. I will request timer Pradeep to share timing report for Imran also, as I can see in the chat. Okay, so we can see that among 5, Vikas, Bhuvan, Vikas and Primila has, Vikas, Bhuvan and Primila has exceeded the maximum defined time, maximum time limit for table topic speech. So they will be voting amongst Branchli and Imran for being best table topic speaker. Thank you so much. And let me pass the control back to Master of Ceremony, Toastmaster Abhishek.
Well, that was an amazing table topic. Being impromptu, it's really very difficult because you have to do 2 things at a time: think and speak. And that mind needs to be your friend at this moment, because it should give you the good thoughts and the right moment and the vocabulary to speak up in impromptu sessions, right? Let's move forward to the evaluation of prepared speech by DTM 1, which will be done by our masterclass speaker, Bindu. Thank you for accepting my request, and I would hand over to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Toastmaster or Mr. General Evaluator. Good evening, everyone, and especially you, Juan. I really loved that speech, and I would like to share 3 things what I really loved in that, and 2 things what I thought maybe will help to improve, and 1 thing to challenge yourself. So let's go with my first 3 what I really loved. In this new world of this Zoom world or the meetings, we always, sometimes most of the time we are seeing people sitting Like they will just deliver their speech just sitting. But you stood and presented your speech. That really attracted me. That even gave me a thought of, oh, why not, right? I mean, you can stand and you can go a little bit back and you can use your gestures and then people will see you and all that. So that, thank you for inspiring me or giving me a thought. I really learned that. So that is my very first thing, what I really loved about your speech, that how you presented it. And second thing is those, whatever we used, those the masks or a different type of masks. I mean, how many of us will think like to get something to show and write, because we normally tell them whatever I'm trying to speak about the whatever the mask openers or mask, anything I can keep telling, but that one picture or one thing of you showing it, that really stuck with us. That really enhanced that speech. So that again, I learned that like bring some object, bring something that correlates with your speech, and that is what audience, it will make much more impact to the audience. So that is the second thing what I really loved. And third thing is your expressions or your body gestures, like you are standing. Some people tend to just plant their feet in one place and they don't move at all from other place to other place, because they get so occupied in their speech and they kind of forget, like I can move, or I can use that space as well. But you didn't forget that. You really felt so comfortable and so conveniently, nicely you are moving from one place to other place, and I really loved it. So those are the three things what I really loved about your speech. More improved is audience interaction. Like nowadays we live in this kind of a Zoom world again, right? You want to tell me, or do you want to share this? Something like that we used to ask people, involving them. I also sometimes tend to forget that, but I think maybe pausing for a minute to ask other people, or asking them to write something, or just a quick show of hands, something like that, that would have helped, or bringing those audience into your speech. And maybe a little bit more energy, and like just you're so powerful and you have that powerful message. So bringing it with a lot more enthusiasm and a lot more energy. I thought maybe that will really enhance that speech a little bit more. And challenge, I think maybe the presentations. Nowadays, we all love those presentations. So maybe that would really enhance the speech a little bit more. So these are the few things what I had in my mind, but really I love that speech and wonderfully done. I really look forward to your more speeches. Thank you. Back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
That was an amazing evaluation. Right now, moving from one enthusiastic person to another enthusiastic person. Okay, she introduces herself as a beautiful counselor, coach, author of 2 best-selling books by profession, lovely mother, beautiful wife, and passionate person. Premila, I would request a class. Over to you, Premila.
Thank you, Toastmaster. What a beautiful class, I can say. And this is what you become. You are the creator of your own life. That is my dialogue. Whenever I go, they say that you are the creator of your own life. And I believe and totally agree with you, Toastmaster Bindu. You have done a fabulous and awesome job of delivering your content and masterclass today. Beautifully articulated, beautifully delivered. And there are few beautifully things which I liked about you, about the acronym. I had never thought I'd follow these things, but I never thought give it back. So the gift acronym, you have trust and silence. So all that has made a beautiful content of your class today. You have used different authors, which I loved about the most of Louise Hay, who is my, I admire her a lot. And I follow her, the love that you said, that forgiveness and, is like anger, and the jealousy is in your heart, and it's the anger and the poison. And you think that one person is dying and the poison is with you. So that actually is the mantra of today's class, what I take away from you. Beautifully, you have said and collected with the story of your own personal at the end of the trust. And you have mindfully said about how to restore the mind. But there are few things which I feel personally, if you inculcate as a coach, it will be impacting more your clients and plus the audience and the Toastmaster here topic. Start with the connection of your topic. A story, you would have taken a story or taken some question marks or questions or something which will engage the crowd with you. Okay, you used quote, I agree. But sometimes when you use a story or a quote, a story or a question mark, the audience connects with you. The second thing I want to, you have to have that PPT when you get connected with that. And the third thing I personally feel that you would have brought some analogy like river or, like a water. Your mind is like a water, it spits from your head. So, people think and connect with that. Overall, I can say it was a beautiful and a mind-blowing. Super. Over to you.
Has anyone seen tennis match live in the ground? Okay, it's full of energy, right? One is hitting from right, one is hitting from left, one is hitting from right, one is hitting from left. So at this evaluation, I was seeing that tennis match on the screen. Like energy was going right, it was going left, it was going right, it was going left. It was feeling like a live Wimbledon match. And with the power of Premila, I literally forgot that it is night in India and we are going to sleep in half an hour or 1 hour. I felt like, I will be going to work now. It was so full of energy. I was feeling like I'm having a breakfast, that Kellogg's and oats and everything, and a lot of caffeine, and I'm going out now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now we'll come next to the most grammarian. This grammar definitely takes away 2 to 3 marks from your exam, for sure. So let's see what is our grammar report today. Imran?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. I would like to thank you. Yeah, it also gives all of us so much energy. So I find all the speakers were the great users of English language. There was no error. And I find so many rich vocabulary and beautiful quotes. I would like to thank masterclass speaker DTM Bindu Chinta for using about 3 quotes. And among these, I love one prayer in a day, that is thank you. And I also want to thank prepared speaker DTM Von Eric for using word of the day. And also, I would like to thank Toastmaster Pimila Das for using word of the day. And I find another 2 persons who use the phrase of the day. They are Uday and Vikas. Everyone was excellent in their speech and there was no mistake. So I wish all of you a great success in your future life. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Imran, for the great evaluation. I'm definitely not exaggerating. And I'm very happy for you that you took up this a very difficult role and you did it very well. I would request everyone to check their chats. There is a small, what do we call it, as a feedback form. Okay, it will take hardly less than 30 seconds. So please go and vote for the best table topic masters. I'll wait for 30 seconds, no worries. All right, I hope everyone has voted. Now I would request our timer Pradeep Shetty to come up on the stage and please share his own report. Over to you, Pradeep sir.
Thank you very much, Master of Ceremony Abhishek ji. So today we had a couple of speakers, and the first was the prepared speaker, Bon Eric. I think he's not on camera. So he took 6 minutes and 30 seconds. DTM Bindu Chinta, she took exactly 26 minutes, well within the time. Thank you. For the table topic masters topic, Vikas took 2 minutes and 47 seconds. Bhuvan took 3 minutes and 23 seconds. Shubharanjali, she took 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Yeah, and 35 seconds. 3 minutes and 17 seconds and 9 minutes. Thank you. Over to
I hope we are done well. Segment is feedback and result. Feedback and result.
All right, so it was such an awesome, so much of energy. Just loved the swan by Bindu. energy filled session speeches by both the speakers, and even the evaluations were so great. And in fact, even table topics, each and every one who spoke today spoke with so much of energy and so well. Yes, I'm just waiting for the result from Raj for the table topics. Yes, Raj, can you share the result with me, because I can't see the result?
Yes, Lucky, give me a moment for that. Kindly give me a minute for that.
Sure. Of course, it was great session today, and I'm sure all the guests must have loved the session too. I'm not exaggerating at all by saying that this was one of the best meetings that we had till today. I'm not exaggerating at all, and let's break our leg and do even better the next time. All the guests who are here, would you like to share your feedback? Would you like to share your experience, your feelings? How are you feeling? We are towards the end of the meeting, but yes, just about a bit of this result and feedback. Yes, okay, I've got the result from Raj. So, whom do you think? It feels, like I'm a part of those the programs that happen on TV. Who is the winner of the day? Shubhranjali. Congratulations, Shubhranjali.
Yeah, thank you, presiding officer.
Awesome speech by you. You did a wonderful job. I really felt so inspired, and I felt all the speeches that were given today, the table topics were wonderful.
Yeah, I
So
do
we are
agree.
learning.
Thank you. And just coming to feedback, I will say, though I attended for 1 hour, but it was a nice, you can say, a refreshment for me, because mind is actually something that even it becomes my own worst enemy many times. So this wonderful session, especially on the mind and how to control those thoughts and all, it was needed by me, especially during these times. And overall, it was whatever I attended was, though I can listen half of the prepared speech only, that was also wonderful. And evaluation and table topics, everything was overall amazing. And yes, I will try to join in future whenever possible. That's all from my end.
Would look forward to meeting you on every Saturday. All awesome speakers here.
Lucky, the certificates which we had shared with you.
Yes. So let me share the certificates. Let me just share the screen. I'll be forwarding the certificates later over the group, but for now, let me share the screen with you to show the certificates. Yes. So congratulations for the master speaker today, Bindu Chinta. Congratulations for this awesome speech that you gave us today, the master class. This is the certificate for you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
And the other certificate for our prepared speaker. Okay, so this is for the evaluation, Pramila, wonderful evaluation that you did, the energy-filled evaluation that you did, Pramila. Congratulations.
For best table topic speaker, we will share the certificate later to Shubhranjali with you, as it will take some time to prepare. So you may share your contact details on chat. We will share with you.
Yeah, sure. I have entered my registration details as well. In that, mobile number is there. If that will work.
Yes, that will work.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. Other guests? Okay, let me just stop sharing my screen. Yes.
I just want, yeah. Thank you, presenting officer. for giving me this opportunity to attend the meeting. It was very nice meeting. When I heard the name of the club, that is Chalk and Duster, I was thinking what type of classroom it would be. But today I found it very interactive and very interesting. I learned a lot from you all people, and looking forward to join again and again as a guest. Only I have two suggestions for improvement. First one is for the president. When you start the meeting, just introduce the guest so that they also feel as a part of the meeting. And the second one, when the speaker's topic was given, introduction part was missing there about the speaker. And overall, the meeting was great. Looking forward to attend more and more of meetings. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vikas, for your feedback. For time constraint, we used to do this introduction of guests earlier, but since we used to exceed the time and to maintain the time limit with us of 1.5 hours, we this time we thought let us skip that part and we will come back to the guests towards the end of the session, wherein we'll have an interaction with all of you. So let's see, we are also learning in the process. Okay, Shubhranjali has already shared. Bhuvaneshwara ji, any suggestions from you, feedback, your introduction? How was the session? Please share a few words.
Thank you. Actually, I found everything is good and nice. I attended this program for second time. Last week also I was there, part of it. There is nothing
Great.
I can give suggestion as of now. Everything is looks very nice for me and well planned and well organized. Each speaker is coming in right time and giving the right information and giving the opportunities to other people. There is no further improvements from my end, at least. I don't see any improvement on that. Very well arranged.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much. We look forward to hearing more from you in speeches and table topic sessions. We look forward to listening to you more. To Vikas as well, all the guests here, we look forward to listening to you all more often. Vinod Gaur, please share a few words, your introduction, if you can share a bit about you and your experience today, any feedback. Shailesh, yes, Vinod.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah, I'm attending this meeting for second time, and I think it is very well organized and well prepared. I think there is a lot to learn from these sessions, especially for people like me who are very new for Toastmasters Club. Though I heard a lot about Toastmasters, and I was honestly I was trying to join the club, but due to some reasons it could not happen earlier. But now I'm very firm that I'll be going to join one, and I'm honestly speaking, I'm in a process of finalizing as to what mode should I go for. Means a physical mode or hybrid mode will work better, or uh, totally digital mode will be the best. So I'm in a process of finalizing, but definitely one thing is for sure, I'm going to be a member of Toastmasters Club from today here on. Thank you.
Great. Great. Thank you so much for joining in. And let me share with you that I knew about Toastmasters Club for more than 12, 13 years, but I kept thinking of joining, never worked on it, because committing to go somewhere every week, committing for a few hours on weekend was something which always kept me, let's think about it. Okay, fine, putting aside. But then when Chalk and Duster Toastmaster Club came in front of me, I just picked it up because like it was one thing, because it relates to my profession. I'm a trainer, I'm a teacher, I'm a speaker, so it relates to that. And secondly, I get to meet people from US, Canada, Bahrain, Bangladesh, so many places. So this is an awesome place. I'm just loving this. And yes, of course, so those are the things that I would like to share on this. Shailesh, uh, can you share a
Good
bit about
evening.
yourself? Yes. Yes,
Am I
Shailesh.
audible?
Yes.
Okay, good evening to you and all. It's a pleasure to hear you all. And first of all, let me thank the main speaker I heard. I think it was a very good speech and I really like the gifts. Yes. And the last one I enjoy always, that is listening, because silent and listen, they are very close to each other. Unless one is silent, one cannot listen. Yeah, so I hope you can spell the word silent and you can spell the word listen. They're very close. So I really enjoyed listening to you all. And long back, I used to watch videos of Toastmaster and all, even TED Talks. And it's like a dream come true to be a part of Toastmasters Club. So I'm looking forward joining to you all every Saturday. And let's hope everything goes on well. So thank you again, and my gratitude to all.
Thank you, Shailesh. Yes, I would like to add here that listening is one skill that I am developing myself on. That is one of the goals for me, because I feel I lack listening skills a lot, because the way Bindu said that our mind is a monkey, and when I'm listening to someone, my mind keeps jumping to other places as well. I try and bring it back and try and concentrate. So that is one skill. Another skill apart from speaking, this is another skill which I am developing on this platform. All right. So have I missed any guest of the day?
Let's listen from Bindu. Like this, he has joined very first time our club. I mean, she had joined last in the September, but let's listen from her also, her feedback.
Sure, absolutely. Thank you so much, Raj. I was occupied with a few other things that too they were falling in the same time as our team meeting. So that's why I couldn't come back. But this is lovely, and I really thoroughly enjoyed. And this is my very first Toastmasters Club out of USA. I'm from the same place where you guys are all. Vashi, Navi Mumbai. I lived most of my life over there, grew up, did my engineering there, and it was a hometown for both my boys. They were born in that MGM hospital in Vashi. So very close to my heart. Years back when Raj invited me for this meeting, one of the meetings, I fell in love with the people, with the meeting, with everything. And I said, I'm here. I want to become charter member. But unfortunately, I couldn't come back for many meetings. But I am really looking forward to join much more and do what I can. And I think I'm a mentor for Pradeep as well. And we recently met together and we went over a few things. And I'm looking to learn. I mean, Toastmasters is never-ending journey, right? We all love to learn more. And right now, I'm a division director for in District 25, and I am really looking forward to go up level. Maybe I'm nominated for club growth director. So the elections are coming, and more to come on that. But I really, as I said in my speech, Toastmasters is something which keeps me what I am and which helps me to become what I want to become as well. And you all have done such a wonderful job. I learned something or other from each of you. And thank you so much for having me here. Wonderfully done.
Awesome. Great. Yeah, like you can get it here.
Yeah, so in fact, coming here, it